Okay. Yo, what is good, y'all? So I just came back. I just watched The Grudge, and it was not what I expected, to be honest. Like, it was a little bit too much for me. So it starts off with obviously an investigator, right? And actually, no, let's backtrack. So it starts off with actually the babysitter, who from Japan, and it goes back to 2004, and she starts seeing things, and then she leaves. Obviously, she notices like little things, like that the Grudge is still alive and still following her, right? Because she's seen like a hand grabber or whatever. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but she flees after, right? Then later on, it says that these things still stay with you over a while, and that the curse is always alive in you. So if you enter, that house, for example, and I believe it's in Japan. So the fact that she entered that house in Japan, so that the curse actually still stayed with her. So when she came back to the US with her family, obviously, she still had it with her, right? And ended up taking over, and she killed everybody, right? Obviously. So the movie starts off with another family, right? And these investigators. And these investigators are just trying to figure out like the case, well, different cases, but they all link back to, that house, right? The house that the girl was in, right? And basically, and I hate when movies do this because it's so obvious. Like, I hate when movies do this, it's so obvious. So they say, oh yeah, whoever steps foot in that house is basically done for. Like, they're done forever type of thing. So obviously, investigator, right? Investigators, they want to crack the case, solve it, and do all that. And yes, one of the investigators do step into the house, and stuff that starts happening to them, right? Stuff that starts happening and stays with them the whole entire movie. But I feel bad because at the same time, like, the investigator who did that had a whole family, but unfortunately, they went down that road. But this movie was more about like the history of like what happened, like recurring events. It's not about like what is going to happen. I mean, I think we only see like a couple scenes of like what happened during this timeline, right? But it kind of goes back, and you kind of see how people died and what happened to certain people, right? Which is confusing for people who might not pick it up so fast. But yeah, it goes back, and you just see all those events. For me, I thought the movie was good. I mean, there's definitely some scenes that are like out there, definitely scare you. That's for sure. With I forgot the guy's name, the guy from Harold and Kumar. Forgot his name, to be honest. But I just couldn't take him seriously just because I seen him in Harold and Kumar or whatever. But he did a good job, and it was weird to see him in this type of role. But like the scenes in the movie, I mean, there's a lot of jump scares. And honestly, like, I'm like immune to jump scares now. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me anymore. Like, when I was young, probably like, it would scare me, but this movie does have a lot, so be prepared for that. It didn't scare me, but it was like kind of like, what the hell, like, like bruh. But other than that, yeah, like, I didn't find it scary. Like, it was okay. Well, another thing is that there's a lot of like clues that build upon each other, but they explain everything, which makes it a good story. Because I hate when like there's always like loopholes in stories or whatever, especially in these horror movies. Like, sometimes it make no sense, but I still wish that like investigators or just people in general, when they say don't do something, bro, just don't do it. Like, why are you gonna go out your way to go do it? You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. Other than that, it's a good watch. But yeah, y'all, that's basically it. That's all I have to say. Y'all should go watch it and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, that's it. So y'all take care and deuces, y'all. Peace.